So 2-1 win away to Stockton today. How big was that performance from the lads?
Immense. That's probably the best word to describe them all. You know, from minute 1 to minute 98. The referee I thought was awful. Like the yellow cards he gave. Both sets of players. Some of the decisions were strange. But so we're basically playing against 12 today. The lads stuck to it. They gave everything that they could for each other, and I asked them to do that. You know, we've got to fight for each other every week. I thought we had largely the better chances. Probably should have gone in probably a little bit more at half time. And it was just really pleasing to see that they stuck to their task. You know, playing against adversity. You've seen all the antics at the end. You know, you got to come to places like this and stand up and be tall, and they did that to a man. Even the younger players did. You know, so I can only give credit to the lads. I asked them to do that. I asked them to fight. I asked them to stand tall for each other, back each other up. They did that, and I think, you know, there was full value for the 3 points. Fantastic save at the end from Willow, from probably one of the weirdest penalties I've ever seen in my life. Again, the ref just probably wanted to give him something, I don't know. But I can't thank them enough for their effort today. Coming all the way up here, fighting. You can see them celebrating what it means to them. You know, they're getting some confidence now. They're getting galvanised, and that's what we do. That's what we did last year. And you're seeing that coming through now. You know, midpoint in the season, December. This is where we get rocking and rolling. So I'm pleased for them. We deserve it.
And a big save, like you said there, from Sam Wilson at the end. He's no stranger to saving penalties. There was also quite a few saves that he's made either side of half time as well. That must be really pleasing for you as a former goalkeeper.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you know, the saves you expect him to make. You know, in terms of, you know, he's not making wonder save, the routine saves, but you've got to be in the right position. You've got to do that. And you know, when we come to places like this, they're flying high in the league. Good side, to be fair to them. They've got some good players. They're physical. They're lively. They're dynamic. You know, but so were my lads, and they matched them and came out on top. But I think you need your goalkeeper to just produce them moments where you know, the assurity of just handling a cross, or you know, a routine save, patting it down, just catching it, taking the pressure off. But the save at the end was, I think that's probably one of the best penalty saves I've seen. You know, he struck it really well, top corner. He's gambled and guessed right, but he's also got there and had a strong paw on it. So you know, I think that was justice. I think everybody in the ground would have said that, even their fans, and that's why I think, you know, for Willow especially, I'm pleased for, because he gets a lot of stick off me because I was a goalkeeper. So you know, I want him to be better. I want him to excel. I want him to hopefully, you know, play higher up in the leagues and have a decent career playing in non-league or back in the Football League. And I think he can do that. He kicks it very well. He's confident. You know, I think more so, I've just said to him there, more so after the penalty save, he's come out and punched across the corner that come in. That for me is even more important, you know, because he's backed it up. So yeah, I'm really pleased for Willow as a whole, but the whole unit asked the centre halves and the team to keep it a clean sheet second half. They did that and won the game, so fantastic.
And of course, goals from Luke Cox and Tom Kirstens as well. I think it's Luke Cox second in as many games, and Kirstens fourth in 4 games played. Pleasing to see them on the score sheet again.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I don't really care where the goals come from. I think we've just got to be a bit more clinical, because we've had a lot of chances in the game today. You know, we kept saying on the sideline we could do with that 3rd goal just to kill this game off, and I think he would have done. You're always, you know, they're always in the game at 2-1. I think if we scored the 3rd, and we had plenty of chances where we've gone through on goal second half, counter-attacking, because they were throwing bodies forward. But I'm pleased for the lads to get on the score sheet. I think it's a real team effort. You know, I said to Coxie, that's just about being in the right place at the right time and gambling, and you know, got yourself on the end of another one. I think Tom's finish was great. You know, he didn't panic. He had a lot to think about by the time he got to the goal. Just picked his spot and put it in. So, but Tom's a goal scorer. You know, and he's off the shoulder. He's a typical old-fashioned number 9. And that's what we needed. That's what we've probably been missing in recent weeks. But everybody played their part today. You know, the tireless running that Jebbo did, and Jack, Jammer coming on. You know, Reece Bertrand making his debut, winning headers, competing in both boxes. I think it was a real team effort, and you know, they got the goals and get the plaudits to win the game. But you know, the whole team as a general was a fantastic performance and effort.
Yeah, and like you say there, Reece Bertrand making his debut today in midfield. Plenty of battling in midfield today. Bringing on Jamie Maguire in the second half, was that because Bertrand was on a card, or was that just the way you saw the game go and just we needed a reinforcement in midfield?
No, do you know what? It's really, really frustrating, because you see it, you know, even at the highest level now, where referees are carding players, and you literally can't make another tackle. You can't even make another header. It's ridiculous. And I thought he was today. I think with the amount of cards that he shelled out for fouls that wasn't fouls, or first tackles, you know, he's got to understand and manage the game better, and he puts me in that position. I didn't want to take Reece off, but the referee put me in that position because of his probably inadequate to referee that game, to be honest with you. The ferocity of it, the tempo of it, two teams going at it, he couldn't cope with it, and you know, you have to accept that. You know, the referees are trying; they're not going out there to deliberately do anything wrong. But I think they've also got to look back on the reflection and understand how the game is. The passions run high in games, so he forced me into that change. I had to do it. You know, if Reece would have made another tackle, late tackle, head or a little nudge in the back, he's sending him off. You know, and you've probably seen that with the penalty decision at the end. It kind of comes to fruition, so you can't say that you know, that's not backed up. So it was, you know, brilliant that I've got someone like Jamie on the bench to bring on with his tenacity, and you know, he has one header, wins a clean header, gets booked. You know, and you're just like, this is just going one way. But that's why you know, that kind of win was really, really pleasing for me. How the lads stood up to that, even in adversity. But you know, Hutch coming off the bench, a bit of experience. You know, I was going to bring another player on, but I think the game had got to the point there where, you know, you're just trying to get the 3 points away from home. So, you know, I apologise to young Riley because I was going to bring him on as an outlet, and then, you know, penalty happens. You're like, okay, so game fizzles out. But yeah, I think Jamie's come on and made a difference. But I felt sorry for Reece because I didn't want to take him off, but it is what it is.
And Riley Phillips, as you mentioned there, he featured for the Blues in pre-season, so he's a player that you've had on your tabs. And seeing him play for the under-21s in recent weeks, is that a good, you know, it's a good indicator of how the under-21s are going on that he's been included in the squad today? Yeah,
he went on a little loan move to Stapleford at Step 7, so it was just his first taste of real men's football. He's done very, very well there, scored a lot of goals. I went to watch him Thursday night at Swallow Nest, you know, and this is what we want to do. We've got an academy, we want to use it, we want these lads to progress through, we want to give them a taste of first team experience. You know, he's probably never experienced a game like that, even though he didn't come on, but even the atmosphere, the whole day, you know, togetherness with the first team squad. So I think, you know, from my point of view, I'm really pleased that he's progressing like I thought he would when I first seen him when he was younger. You know, he's got tenacious pace, very, very good left foot, cuts it off the wing, can play either side. I think he'll be a real asset. You know, we've got Marley out on loan, we've got young Mitch out on loan. These academy players, and it's credit to our academy in Dutch and, you know, the calibre of player that they're bringing through now. And we've got a really good crop coming through again, and that's what I want to do. I want to give these youngers a chance and experience this men's football. Playing under 21s is great, but you don't experience that. It don't give you that. So yeah, really pleased for him to be involved with us, and he deserves it.
And looking at the table during the match, towards the end there, up to 8th place at one point, but attention turns to the Derbyshire Senior Cup now, Mickleover at home on Tuesday. It's the first time that the club's competed in the Senior Cup in almost 2 years, so where do you go into that? What kind of team are you expecting to field, and what do you know about the opposition?
I think the beauty of my squad is I'll still field a strong one. You know, I think there'll be some players that will play that need some minutes. That doesn't weaken us. You know, and I think hopefully we're going to have some players come back from injury. Rod's unfortunately got injured last week, and he looks like he's going to be out for a while. JT's out for a while. Hopefully we'll have Alex back soon. Tom will be back off his ban, and obviously Tyrese is coming back off an injury as well. You know, so we've got some players to come back hopefully, and if we can give them some minutes in that game, if they're fit enough to play, then that will be an advantage. But you know, I'm still going to field a strong side. You know, Derbyshire Senior Cup's an important competition. There's some good teams in it. You get to play against some good teams. You know, and we're under no illusion with the underdogs on Tuesday night. You know, Mickleover playing a high league than us. They're a good side. We played them pre-season, played them over the years. Very, very good side in terms of moving the ball, the way that they play. Yeah, we're looking forward to it though. Looking forward to the test, and it'll enable us to obviously rest some tired legs, but at the same time, you know, we've got to keep the momentum going. We want to win that game. We want to try and win it and progress in the cup.